Gemini, thanks for dropping in with me. We're here to get the download for you this week and just see what energies are coming in for you, what's on deck for you. This is for any significant Gemini placement, or if you have a prominent placement in the third house, as well as if you are Sagittarius rising, that makes you a Gemini descendant. So we're just going to dive right in and check it out. What's up for Gemini spirit? What does Gemini need to be live to? What's coming in for Gemini spirit? We're working with the Arcane BS deck here just to get a little groundwork done here for your read. See what's coming in. Okay, you need to trust your instincts this week as you move forward. Instincts front and center. All right, this is something you have to decide with your gut. You can't just, look at it logically. You can't just trust what's coming up for you emotionally. You got to merge the two and really go with that gut level response. You'll know you've arrived at the right choice or the right answer, I feel, once you really feel it land in your gut. And you might have had a lot of stuff coming up in the gut as well. Maybe you've been dealing with your stomach just feeling like a little acidic, or you've been dealing with digestive issues. You might have also been dealing with feeling nauseous, or maybe just not hungry because it just feels really like congested in your gut. That's because something's not feeling right and your body is trying to get you to stop and pay attention to something. Pay attention to something. There's something that you need to kind of like digest here that you haven't been willing to look at, and it's informing you about a situation. Yeah, I think you have no effing clue when it comes to this thing. Something doesn't feel right, but you don't know where it's coming from, and you're really trying to get clear about this. You also aren't sure what's going on here. Maybe you're seeing somebody in your environment as being really reactive. They might seem like they're kind of like throwing around a lot of heated words. Maybe somebody seems like they're quick to be on the defense. You're like wondering what's going on with this person. Why is this person so upset? Why are they reacting to me like this? You might feel like somebody's being a little passive aggressive towards you too, and you don't know where it's coming from. You don't have any clue. This might make you start to feel a little bit on guard yourself. You actually might be calling something out in this situation and trying to get some clarity, like what's going on with you? Like, I have no clue what's going on with you unless you actually talk to me, unless you actually tell me what's coming up for you, right? All right. And if you're nervous about having that kind of a communication, I feel like you do have protection with you and you'll use just the right words. I mean, I'm not going to say that your words won't burn a little bit, because they very well could, right? I don't think that you have necessarily calm words to express to this person. You might be getting a little tired of some drama that a particular individual is pulling, and you want to kind of like squash it. Yeah, the pie night. This character's got their fingers in too many pies and it's causing a problem. It's getting a little bit messy, They've been caught red-handed. Okay. You caught them red-handed. You got your receipts. Okay. You've even presented your receipts. You're like, what about this pie over here? And wait a minute, why were you at the Cheesecake Factory? What about this pie here? And you're telling me you haven't had any pie? This could also be, you could also be dealing with somebody that on a more innocent level. Okay, I do feel like that story is definitely coming in. But on a side note, let's take a little side journey here. For some of you, you got like a workout partner, like you both agreed to motivate each other. You both agreed to keep each other on track. You caught this person. You caught this person out, mowing down on some pie. You're like, wait a minute here. They tried to play innocent. They tried to play it off. They didn't expect to see you there. What were you doing there? Okay. Some of you might be doing that. You might be hiding your eating habits a little bit. The digestion came in. Maybe you're dealing with something that's a little hard for you to deal with. You might be doing a little comfort eating. I think if you've been having digestive issues, you know where that's coming from. You know, it's multi-layered, all right? It's never just about the food, all right? But I do feel like you could have been eating some things lately, maybe too many sweets or something. Too many sweets because things have just been too sour on the home front. Okay, all right, that's coming through very strongly. I do feel like there's somebody here that you feel like they just got their finger in too many pies. They're just causing kind of some problems. They're trying to get away with something. People got receipts. They're calling them out on it. It's getting a little dicey. I think you've had enough of this. You're tired of being out of the loop. You want to know what the heck is going on. All right, that's what I got. You want to know what's going on. And you may be confronting somebody about this. And they might feel like your words are a bit scathing. They might feel like your words are a bit harsh. Ooh. Ooh, this could be somebody who recently had a birthday. Or maybe your anniversary recently came around. And you felt really disappointed. There was something that wasn't acknowledged. And for you, it may not have seemed like it was that important to that person, I feel. But to you, it was really important with the birthday corpse here. Like for you, this moment was like, that was it. I'm totally turned off now. Like it was just such a small gesture and it would have meant everything to me. And you couldn't even come through with that. Like you just feel it was like, this is not working for me anymore. Yeah, somebody here is not showing up in a way that is really being respectful of you, your feelings. You feel like there's no point in kind of hanging around for this. You know, everything has become a bit like too weird, you know. There's something about going out to eat. It keeps coming up. Maybe you found like receipts from, you know, somebody going out to eat at all these different places. Maybe you even made somebody like a special dinner or something, an anniversary dinner, you know, and you found yourself there by yourself. There's this feeling of like being ghosted, being stood up, having somebody not show up, not follow through, you know. You've been making dinner or they've been making dinner, pick which side you're on, you know. The other comes home and just says, oh, I already grabbed some pizza, you know. No, you didn't. I've already seen the receipts. You haven't been going to the pizza parlor. Where have you been going? You know, there's something here. Somebody has some intuitive insight about what's up. They say they don't have a clue. You may tell yourself, I don't know what's going on, but you do. You do, because you feel it in your gut. It doesn't feel right to you. The thing is that confusion is one of those things. This just came through for me recently on a download. It's like confusion is when you know what you know, but you don't want to know it. So you tell yourself that you're confused and you tell yourself that you don't know what's going on, but you do. You do. It's just you don't want to know what you do. And I feel like that's what's coming up for you. You know something and you don't want to know it. So you don't want to look at it. It's like you're ignoring it with the weird tree here. You know, yeah, there's something here that you wish that you didn't know. You wish that you could unsee it, but you've seen it. And I feel like you've seen it. You've seen it just in the patterns that have been playing out. Okay, this is how it's coming through. One more round of this, and then I'm going to pull out another deck for you. But I do feel like some very important, like date, anniversary, social function, something was ignored, passed over, and it caused like a lot of hurt in this situation. It made you see something. It made you see something that now that you've seen it, you can't unsee it. It's forever changed your way of viewing this person, this situation. Yeah, the rat trout. in reverse. Okay, so this is like, nah, something's fishy here. I feel like something sneaky is going on, and there's no way to move forward in this situation until I get the truth on what's happening here. We can't just keep ignoring it. We have to really look at this matter. All right, I'm going to do a cut of the deck here. Space death. All right. And then on the other side, a skeleton eating a banana. All right. So I don't know why I'm picking this up. It's coming through for somebody, so I have to bring it in. Somebody here may be dealing with food issues. They may be dealing with food issues because they actually got a lot of emotional stuff coming up that they're not addressing. Maybe you've felt a loss of appetite, you know. Maybe you've been, you know, isolating a bit, or you notice somebody that you're really close to has been doing this. You might want to reach out for help if you're struggling with these issues, like maybe go to a support group or something, because I feel like somebody is not feeling like they're supported, and so they may be kind of like numbing out what they're feeling in some way, and they could use some assistance. Okay, this person could use some support. You maybe even saw this person at a gathering and they didn't seem like themselves. Maybe it looked also like they dropped a lot of weight in some cases, or put on a lot of weight. I don't like to make things about weight, but this feels like this would be a dramatic enough of a shift that it alerts you like something's not right. Like maybe somebody needs a little support. Maybe they're struggling with something that's just coming in. I do feel though that you're starting to recognize that a connection that used to really nourish you, used to feel really good to you, and maybe even where, just with the banana reference, maybe where there was also a lot of like sexual chemistry, you know, and frequency. I got, maybe you're tired of there never being connection. You feel like the world's apart with this person. There's just no nourishment coming into the connection, and any nourishment that does come in, it feels forced, or it feels almost coerced, so that when it's given, it doesn't feel good, you know, and you're not in a position where you want to beg for it. And I don't feel like the other is either here. Okay. And so you're starting to wonder if, you know, it's time to really transform this situation. Right? This could have been problematic because somebody might have been tempted towards something outside of the connection. Maybe they've been finding like their excitement or their attraction elsewhere, and this has caused one to feel really abandoned in the process, and also to feel like something isn't quite right. And it could be, if somebody has been acting out in this way, it could be the very thing that destroys the connection here. Yeah, I mean, somebody might have been out partying too much. They're out partying, you know, they're having fun, they're reliving their glory days, they're acting like they're, you know, a teenager with no responsibilities. I mean, this behavior needs to be cleansed. There's something here that needs to be brought into balance. Somebody might have even, you know, gone off on a trip somewhere. You may have suspected that they hit the bottle, that they were drinking or partying. This could be somebody who was, you know, initially in recovery, and now you're kind of like worried, like, uh-oh, you know, have they been struggling with something? They very well may be. I feel like where you have concerns on that level, you know, you need to check up on your people. And if you're struggling on that level, you know, reach out, you know, reach out for help, reach out for the support you need. Okay. All of these themes coming in. It's kind of a mixed bag for your energy right now, Gemini. All right, let's get some more details here. With that little Pablo there could be like a New Orleans connection in association with this. Doesn't have to be, but I can't help notice the crawfish and, you know, the celebratory atmosphere. So it's possible there could be a connection there. So just bringing that in. That card always makes me think of Nola. All right. So any further details or clarification for Gemini, please? All right. Yeah, I mean, there's a choice that needs to be made in this situation, and it's long standing. Like, this choice has been put on pause for a long time, And that's what's causing the stagnancy. It's like I was saying, it's coming from that place of almost like Eight of Swords, convincing yourself you don't know the truth, that you don't know what to do, because you already do know what you know. It's just you don't want to know it. You don't want to have to make the choice that you know you need to take. You know, you need to take this choice. It's not just make this choice. It's one thing to make it, but when you actually take the choice, that's when you really pick the side you're on and you start going in that direction. There's something here that needs to be like a definitive point to move something forward, because you already smell what you're stepping in. You ain't liking the smell of it. That's how it's coming through, man. You ain't like, something don't smell right. You know, something's fishy. Something don't seem right. You know, something is obviously off in a situation, and it doesn't help to ignore it or try to numb it out, whether that's with food or booze or, you know, casual hookups or, you know, any kind of vice, or just completely, you know, putting on the blinders and pretending you don't see what you do see, and thereby sort of sabotaging yourself. But I do feel like if it hasn't happened already, it's coming. There's some definitive moment where something that was promised, something that you counted on that was really important to you, like this person drops the ball. And for you, that just says everything to you. And just as I say that, here's the Emperor. And right beside that, here is a Four of Cups. So this is taking charge. You know, with this Emperor energy, we got Taurus energy here, we got Aries energy here. This is deciding that you're like, no, it's not good enough. It's not enough. And I'm done with this. I don't need to deal with this anymore. I need to heal. I need to get back to a place in my life where I actually feel connected, you know, connected with my life and where it's fulfilling for me. This isn't working for me. You know, something isn't right in this situation. And I'm needing to look in a new direction. You might have been trying too hard to try to rectify something with an emperor, okay, or with somebody that has a lot of authority over you because you've granted them that power. You might have really been trying to appease this person, please this person, gain their approval, and nothing you give is ever enough. You're kind of tired of it. You're tired of being put in this position. I feel like you're really wanting to heal and you're wanting something that's more fulfilling. And I feel like this is what's coming in. It's like Spirit is going to present you with an opportunity to give you just that, a new start in a new direction. But it does require you to make a choice you know you need to make, that you've been sitting on for way, way, way too long, because you're hoping it will transform. It won't. You know, it's just, it's not at that place where it will transform. And I think you know that. You know that new things are on the horizon for you. And they are coming in. They want to come in. But in order for them to come in, you have to actually take the opportunity, which means you got to take the choice instead of just make it. You know, you've already made the choice. You just don't like the choice. You don't like what you're arriving at here. Yeah. You know there's no way to move forward a particular connection. You could have water sign energy involved as well. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You know this thing isn't moving forward in the right way, and you also know you don't want to move forward in a direction where you used to think, yes, this is it, you know? And I think this is the game changer. Now, this Knight of Cups in reverse, this could be somebody was planning on moving towards you, coming towards you, and then they changed their mind last minute and thought, I was going to invest in that direction, but maybe I actually want to heal with somebody else. Okay, so this could work both ways. This could be you in this position, stepping into this position of empowerment and saying, I want to walk away from this situation because it's not right for me, and I know there's something better for me. I feel like it applies to you in that regard either way. There is something better for you, right? Or this could be somebody kind of like making that choice and they move away from you, right? And maybe at first you feel very frustrated by it. You want to heal the situation. You want to figure out how you can get this thing to, you know, come back to you, or how you can get it to look how you want it to look. And you're starting to realize that, you know what? It's okay. It's okay. You're starting to move into more of an empowered position. I feel like you're getting really close to making a decision that will better support you with that Emperor energy there, where you'll feel a lot stronger and like you're heading in a direction that is more aligned with you, okay? More aligned with you. I'm going to take this top card here that was on the Kipper deck because we had that Knight of Cups in reverse land right there. So this might give us a clue about why is the Knight of Cups pulling out in this situation. Occupation. Okay, so for some of you, this has something to do with your work, all right? You're wanting to move into like greater expansion in terms of your work, in terms of your career. You thought that you wanted to have this one opportunity come through for you, but maybe when the offer was really put on the table, you decided to bail out on it. It wasn't really worth your time. It wasn't worth your investment. I think you're holding out for what you really want in this regard, and it'll work out in your favor. Let's see. Let's get a good cut of the deck with the Kipper there and see how will that work out in their favor in terms of a career situation, please. Lovers. So love is tied to this, okay? Lovers and coffin. So this is the end of that indecision. It does look like there's making some kind of decision about matters of the heart, because the Lovers in this deck is all about lovers. It's about a love relationship. This is like the decision was already made. Some connection was brought to a close. Some connection ended. This might be why occupation is such an issue, because there's really a need, especially if you were in a situation where you need to move or, you know, divide up assets, like somebody might need to be in a better position financially. I feel like that's getting ironed out though. And then on the other side of this, we have marriage, all right? So it looks like somebody is really wanting something serious that they can invest in and they can commit to here. And somebody is setting themselves free in a situation where they aren't getting what they truly desire, and where they feel like, you know, their partner is already MIA. You know, something's coming to a close here, but it is bringing something that's more in alignment on the horizon with the Emperor energy. This is a good choice, okay? It's not the easy choice to make. And I feel like where there are concerns about the finances, like with the Emperor on the scene, like you'll be moving into a more prominent position on the other side of the upheaval that may come in association with this. But it looks like it works out in your best interest at the end of the day. Let me get a little bit of angel guidance on this for you, okay? This has big transition energy. Somebody's dealing with a life transition here, relationship on the line for sure. There's been a lot of issues in this connection. There's been a choice that was very clear, I feel, for a while, but there's just been a lot of hardship around acknowledging the necessity to make this choice. It's not an easy choice to make, but the choice does bring about the right outcome. You know, it aligns you with the right opportunities, and where you have any kind of like stability concerns, financial financial concerns in this regard, that's not going to be a factor, okay? Because there's some opportunity that's coming in for you that will allow you to move forward. For some of you, it's relocation too in association with this. And that might feel like a little daunting, but it definitely leads you in a much better direction. Okay, it opens something up for you, moves you into more of a position of power. Any guidance, angels, on this that you want to bring through for Gemini in this regard, please? Any guidance you want to bring through for them to give them the courage to, you know, make this choice, do what they need to do, speak their truth, you know, lay it on the line. Bottom of the deck energy, Page of Cups. Divine comfort gives consolation and protections from one's enemies. Okay, so look, there's something here. If you do like speak your truth in this situation and you do act decisively, there's some kind of consolation that comes in, and also what's working against you falls away. So it opens your road. Again, Page of Cups, this is about getting the communication going. It is about speaking your truth, and it could have something to do with the water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. All right, and then we got crossing energies here. Also could be somebody who has a strong earth sign placement in their chart. For some of you, this is decisions that need to be made around children. Okay, we got the Page of Pentacles here. And it says loyalty and allegiance, friendship and reconciliation. So this is working through something to get to the other side of it, but it does require some honesty. It does require kind of like working things out, not holding things in. And it also takes some accountability in this situation, but something is being preserved here. You know, there will be a reconciliation where you've wanted it, but there is a need for the truth to be known, and time's up on, you know, the truth being withheld in this situation. Like somebody really needs to start coming correct. They need to be honest. Some may need to actually tie up some legal issues that they have. And you may also be searching for answers in regard to this situation. I feel like those answers are forthcoming. Right? Something is being balanced out here, but it's like, the longer that this sits without action being taken on it, the more problematic it becomes. And it could become a serious issue if this action isn't taken. So you'll know what this is, okay? It's getting the ball rolling on something and not just like thinking about it anymore. Yeah, the moon, you could be dealing with a Cancer or a Pisces in regard to this situation. And it says divine revelation reveals messages, has the power to destroy. Again, there's something here about the communication that needs to come forward. It needs to be truthful. Again, water sign energy, King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, restitution, finds stolen objects and discovers the person responsible. So you're trying to solve something here. You know something isn't right. You know something has been going on. You might suspect that somebody's got a lover. It's a possibility, okay? Or you could have a lover that you're keeping on the down low. You also suspect that somebody that, you know, is a friend, somebody you have a certain sense of loyalty, allegiance with, that they're not telling you the whole story about a situation, and you're really needing the details here. I do feel like there is a legal angle to this, and it could be problematic if this doesn't get cleared away and dealt with and handled. So there's something here that you're trying to get to the bottom of. Time's up, and there's a decisive choice that needs to be made. You know the choice. You've known for a while, and now it's time to execute.